Good morning. I am here at the beginning of the Foothills Trail in Oconee. I believe I'm saying that right. Kind of the south terminus, I guess. About a 72, 74, or 76 mile trail. Probably knock this out in about 3 days. And just testing the body and the mileage that I normally would do. It's kind of a cruisy trail, not a whole, it's only like 13,000 feet of elevation throughout the whole trail. So just gonna knock this out and hit Sassafras Mountain, one of the mountains here, summits, which is the highest point of South Carolina, to add that to the list. The trail is both in South Carolina and North Carolina, and right on the border of Georgia as well, with the river that separates South Carolina and Georgia. So basically this is just a test. It's me getting in the forest, so I'm not laying down and recouping all the time, but also making sure my body keeps moving. But more importantly is just testing the body to see how it's doing on healing. And because I want to be tip-top shape, not 100%, don't need to be 100% to get back on the AT. But I definitely want to be a lot better than I was last time, because I had not recouped enough and my body was a mess. And it's been a mess since coming off. I've had breathing issues. I've had just all kinds of issues within my body, and anxiety and heart palpitations and sweating and everything else. And I'm feeling a lot better now. But time to put it to a test and see how I'm doing with the recoup time and the resting time and getting the sleep and rest that the body needs, getting over a big sickness like Lyme. Lyme definitely took a toll on me, that's for sure. So, I don't know if you can see this, but gateway to the foothills. It looks just like that. Probably gonna have some big miles today and tomorrow, but may not, I don't know. Take it day, minute by minute, mile by mile, step by step, and see what it brings me. But looking forward to seeing this beautiful trail that I've heard so much about, knocking it out, and going on from there and going to finish in the AT. So got some good, beautiful views to see. Let's do it. 76.2 miles to Table Rock State Park, which is the north terminus. If that's accurate, it's 76 miles, but I've seen so many different mileages on this, from 72 all the way up to 78. So I don't really know how long it is, but I'm walking from one end to the other. I can't talk yet, apparently. Walking from one end to the other. So I guess at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter how long it is. I'm just walking till I get to Table Rock. Sassafras Mountain is 60-something miles in, and that's the big one. The big important one to me is summiting Sassafras, to add that to the state high points list for myself. That, and obviously testing the body and seeing how the body's doing. Looking forward to it. I've heard a lot of good things about the Foothills Trail. About 1.25 miles in so far. Been very cruisy. The sky is definitely getting light, but it's still dark on the trail. A lot of cover in here. Moving about 3 miles an hour. Those of you who've been following my videos for some time know I like to hike at dark 30. Get that first 30 minutes or an hour in the dark. Very relaxing to me. I passed a bear somewhere. Definitely smelled it, but couldn't see it. It was probably watching me, but I couldn't see it. And it's funny because Physics, my buddy Physics, who dropped me off, we were talking about that in the car, about smelling bear. They definitely have a distinct smell. For as cute as they are, they don't smell that cute a lot of times, unless they were just dipped in water or something, washed some of their stink off. But they definitely have a smell that you could tell. So I smelled it, but I couldn't see it. And those of you who've been following me for quite some time know that, you know, I like to do the dark 30 minutes to an hour, and I normally have my headlamp on. I was lazy. I left the headlamp in my backpack and I didn't feel like digging for it for the 20 minutes that I would need it. So I was using the light from my cell phone. It really screwed with my eyes. My eyesight is like caused blurry, like, you know, those little bugs and stuff. Not real bugs. And it looks like there's bugs floating around and hard to focus on the roots on the trail and everything. So to be doing 3 miles an hour with that, not too bad because I couldn't really see that well. Should have just got the headlamp out, but I was being lazy. It's starting to lighten up pretty good now. So that's a good thing. Still cruising pretty good. Gonna push it today. There's not a whole lot of elevation at all on this trail like I was stating, so the way I'm going to push it is with the miles. Make sure that obviously the heat is here too. It's gonna be 95 degrees today, pretty decent humidity. I don't think it's below 80 right now. Actually, you know, up higher here it is close to 70, but and yeah, it will be in the mid 80s I guess through most of the trail here, staying at 1,000 to 2,000 feet. But anyway, going to be pushing those miles and in the heat, because that's the whole point of this. Test the body, make sure that it's doing good. And the good thing is, at the end of these 3 days, if I'm not doing good, I get more rest. I'm not going from here straight to the trail anyway. I have a couple other things I'm wanting to do to push the body and to knock a couple other things off my list that I need to do before heading back to the trail. So I just got into a really dense part of the forest here. Couldn't see anything because I have the light from the camera in my eyes. But anyway, gonna start walking again. That sunrise is happening right now. Hopefully get a good, decent view between the trees of it. A little opening here with some views to the foothills and mountains in the distance. Over here is the sunrise behind some trees. I'm hoping that opens up because it is beautiful. I keep seeing it as I'm walking by in between the trees, but not good enough for a shot on the video. But that is the first view of the mountains. Hopefully get quite a few views here today. Quite a few views. I can't talk yet. Bear with me. The mouth isn't moving right. All of the spiders, and I mean all of the spiders, were busy last night building their homes, their mansions, their condominiums to welcome me to the state of South Carolina. I easily have walked through 50, if not 75, big, thick webs with my face this morning. Oh my goodness. It's amazing how many there are. Very competitive market for these spiders to catch their food out here. Oh my goodness. What's a fly supposed to do? How does it know which one it wants to fly into? Oh, it's messy, but at least I'm cleaning away for everybody else because I'm nice like that. And that, my friends, was a portion of a fortune sneeze attack. They come out of nowhere. I'm not allergic to anything. It just usually something tickles my nose, and there I go. And there's two choices, or two possibilities, I should say. I'm either gonna sneeze once, or I'm gonna sneeze 15 times. Maybe 13 or 14, maybe 17, but somewhere around 15. Not 3 or 4, not 5 or 6. Ooh, there was another web. And when it happens, it just goes and goes. It feels good. It feels relieving, getting that pressure out of the sinuses and such, but I'm never feeling ill or nothing, anything like that. It happens almost every day or every other day. At some point, I just start sneezing. And once I start, I can't really stop. But I was sneezing, and I was getting ready to record a video clip, I should say, and I started sneezing. Like, I just pushed the button. I don't think you've ever shown a sneeze attack on a video on YouTube. This is real life. This is what happens. And you're in the woods. You don't need to go, oh, excuse me. Let her rip. I don't know if you could see that on the video, but there was a big web right there. I walked through the last 2 or 3 of them. Were so thick and big, they almost like moved my face, made my face push backwards. They were pretty thick, and the spiders that went along with them, one of them landed on my arm. I might have freaked out a little bit. Okay, I didn't really freak out. But I frantically got it off my arm, for sure. There were some big ones, about half the size of my hand. I don't know what they were. I don't know my spiders very well. They weren't tarantulas or black widows, and definitely not brown recluses. I don't know if I would know a wolf spider if I seen it, or a wood spider, but that would be one of my guesses, because they were big, colorful, but big, beautiful, but big. Spider webs, you gotta love them. Look at this work of art. And he's still there building it. a little over 3 hours into the day and about 9 miles. Good pace going. It's quite cruisy. The trail is in great condition. Couple blowdowns, but besides that, just great condition. Past that one waterfall. Besides that, lots of water out here. I don't know if you can see over there, a little bit of a mountaintop. Pretty sure I don't go over there, kind of wrap around and go that direction. Like I said, real cruisy so far. Not too warm yet. It is actually quite warm, but I'm managing well. I don't think there's too much humidity going on, so that's great. A lot of bear scat lately here on the trail, so keeping my eyes open, hoping I get to see a bear or two. Another little blow down there, but not bad at all. I'm feeling great. My knee is a little wonky, if that's a word. It's a word now. It's a fortunism. But just has like that twisty feeling. It doesn't hurt or anything, just feels like, you know, it's like twisted or needs to pop or something. Obviously I don't want to pop my knee. It'll work itself out. It's worked itself out once already and then kind of came back again. Nothing bad, just it happens sometimes, especially when you're through hiking day after day after day. There's a little pain or a little something off every day somewhere. Obviously that's not the case now because I've been on rest and relaxation and rejuvenation mode. So this is really the first time of putting on the miles. I did that little test the other day for my oxygen when I was having the breathing issues. That was only about 4 or 5 miles though. So I've already doubled that in just 3 hours. So it's gonna be a pretty good day, I think. Pretty long day. Some big miles. I don't think I really hit any mountains till tomorrow or the next day when I hit Sassafras and Pinnacle. Table Rock, I don't know if I'll go up that or not. Play that by ear. Ends at Table Rock State Park, but the mountain is not part of the actual trail, so it's a side trail at the end that I might go. You know me. It's hard to keep me off the mountaintops. It's a really beautiful trail though. Quite cruisy. It's a great little trail to kind of get your feet wet before starting the Appalachian Trail. Right on the border of South Carolina and Georgia and North Carolina. So not far at all. I think an hour from Amicalola Falls. Maybe 2 hours, I don't know, but it's close. Mount Mitchell, the Smokies, all like an hour or two from here. Not bad at all. Great little area. So after I do the foothills and get this done, I have a couple other things I'm going to be doing on my way back to New Hampshire and the Whites. So look forward to those videos. And you look forward to the videos. I look forward to actually doing the climbs and the exploring and adventuring and conquering. And I love having you all with me on these. But just getting my body back to good and making sure I'm testing it good so I don't get back there and realize, wow, I'm still having effects of this whole thing. Making sure I get over it, still have enough time to finish for the year. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. So far, the plan's going well. Only a little less than 10 miles into it, though. So we shall see how this 2 to 3 to 4 day test works. All right, continuing on.